Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 2 of Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition, game by Klei. Well, in the first episode, if you skipped all of the useless blah blah about the achievements and the schedule and the priorities and blah blah blah, which hopefully I made a good effort of separating so that you could jump to where you wanted to go, we're now back to just processing thing. And right now, we want to get to our hatch wrenching as soon as possible. So when I was talking about hatch wrenching, I went and got this optimal with already that critter wrenching 1, so that the moment that they level up, we'll give them farming and they'll be able to start grabbing the creature, because that creature, I want to wrangle it. But if I say wrangle, it would say, see, skill required operation pending wrangle. If you don't have wrenching, you can't do that. Now, I have nowhere to bring it yet, so I don't need it. Oh, and by the way, where did this come from? It came from one of these little broken tile. So we only have one hatch now, but we didn't dig very much. So this episode is all going to be about setting the first wrench, getting our research bonus, and setting our kitchen right here. It's going to be a very weird kitchen, and I'm going to sacrifice some food, but this is what's going to carry us through the first 100 cycle, I believe. Like, it's going to be really good. So let's just unpause, and we're going to put this on second speed so that we can have stuff like start happening a bit faster. And now I can start explaining, why did I put the research station here? Well, there's a light on the printing pod that's free. And if I click on Brainiac has a lit workspace bonus, and it means that she's researching 15% faster. Let's pause because we finished our research. Right here, we're going to open these doors because we don't want to have the dupes take long to get in and out. And I'm building a second door here because these doors, they let air through. They're really great. So I want most everywhere is going to have 2 doors on the left, 2 doors on the right. Okay, so now that we've achieved the next step, we're going to deconstruct this. Let me hire. Oh, it's already priority 8. We're going to deconstruct our ration box. We're going to reconstruct it somewhere else. But the reason I'm going to deconstruct it is that now I can go. So I like, when I do my research, go click on each element to make them stop showing up. Okay, so supercomputer, I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to bring a cable to it, and I'm going to say, like, do this a bit faster. Okay, so right here, if you look at this room, there's no room bonus, but down here there's something called a laboratory, and it's going to give us an extra 10%, I think, but it needs 2 science building and a light source. Light source, science building 1, science building 2. Okay, and we're also going to select the next research. The next research to me has to be food related. Okay, so if I come up here, this would be useful, but we're not going to make any planter box. We're going to do this research because we get our natural tile, we get our ration box, and we're going to get the compost. That's not urgent either, but the ration box, we destroyed it. We need to build it again. But we're going to also get our electric grill, egg cracker that I don't intend to use, and our mess tables. Then you get also farm tiles, but we can't use that. So we're going to go right into that research so that we can set up our kitchen and our mess area. Okay, so let's just do that and on pause. And we're going to start prepping. So for the prep that we're going to start doing, I'm unfortunately going, you know what? Let's wait a little bit. Let's dig these and this. And like, I'm starting to prepare. I'm going to let these grow, but because maybe I can harvest them once, but let's just wait for now. Okay. I'm going to put a piece of floor right here, and I also forgot to dismiss this and dismiss the water cooler. We're going to need the water cooler pretty soon. Okay, so let's just do that for now. And now my researcher's researching, and the other dupes are just doing their dupey goodness to prepare the base. I'm also going to, like I said, just go like this every 4th one, and I'm going to continue open this up. And oh, I forgot to do this. That's why you're not doing this. Like, I want to get in here ASAP, because while this is harvest pending, it's not going to grow the next one. So you want to open this up as soon as possible, ideally. Okay, so let's just go and say, encourage them to do these things over something else. Okay. Oh, now that we have the second building, this is now a laboratory. And if I go on Brainiac, not only do they have a lit workspace for plus 15% speed, they have a lab workspace for plus 10% speed. Yeah, it's that good. So that's really something you want to get into as soon as possible. Usually, and let me go to my room bonus, I would like to get a kitchen, but until I've got the meat grinder and the gas range, oh no, it's just, wait, spice grinder, cooking station, and a refrigerator. So until we get a little bit more research, we're not going to be able to. So now I just pause the game because two things that are important happen. First, we got the research, and second, we got our first dupe. Okay. Let's take a moment here. So for that, we're going to first do the next research. The next research is to make a mess hall. We've got some tables. We're going to need to make the mess hall pretty. So we're going to have to get into hanging pots. So we're going to go up to here to do that research. And if you see, it's only simple research. It's only the little blue icon. If you go further, so if I come back to here, I need this for wrenching, right? I want to set up a wrenching station as soon as possible, but I need advanced research, 20 of advanced research, which needs a supercomputer, which I now have. But see the little local colony lacks advanced research skill? I'm going to need Brainiac to get to 3038 and get advanced research to have supercomputer usage. So I'm blocked by time right now, okay? So that's all I have to say for research for the time being. Until my little guy level up, I'm going to be doing more level 1 research. And oh, we caught it just in time. Optimal is getting some mealwood, okay? So this is meal lice. It's not refrigerated. We're going to get into more detail on that later, but it's going to spoil. So if I go to consumable, my dupes can eat meal lice at 600 kcal, okay? I'm going to say, no, you're not allowed to eat that. And I'm going to show you why when we set up the kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 5. Okay, so that doesn't work. So we need to dig one level here. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a moment. I forgot the most important, the new dupe. We need a new dupe. So usually I have a second bed ready and I have another eating table ready. I didn't for now, so I'm going to have to put a new cot. I'm going to have to build that as soon as possible. Okay, we're going to go choose our new dupe. Because of the carnivore achievement, this new dupe needs to be a rancher and needs to be a very, very good rancher. So this is what I hated about this game before the mod. You get to this screen and these are my 4 choices. I can get a shine nymph, I can get some algae, I can get a doctor, or I can get a building rocketry. And I would use like, I don't want either of these dupes. They're really bad. Like, there's no need for me to get a rocketry dupe right now. Could be a builder. And doctors, oh my god, doctors are useless in this game. You want one at some point, just to have one of each dupe. But it doesn't need to have +9 of medicine. You don't need them to be that fast because it's a task that they almost never do. So I would go and say, cancel, skip all. And it would close this. And now I'm at cycle 3 and I don't have a second dupe. Okay. And in the beginning screen, you get to choose. So the way I see this screen to me is like a catalog where I can just go and refresh and get the next options. And I can just do this constantly until I find the dupe that I want. It's just like, imagine going through resume applications and being like, nope, nope, yes, nope, nope. That's the way I see it. And that to me makes the game more fun because I can progress faster. When I started in the beginning and I didn't have that mod, I would just skip or take the sand, and then cycle 80 would come around and I'd still be at 6 dupe doing not much of anything. This is an aspect where some people will do video and they'll take the worst dupe and they'll be like, I've achieved this game with the hardest dupe ever. That's not a thing for me. That's not something that makes this game fun. And you guys need to remember, you need to have fun playing your games. That's the most important reason for playing games. So I'm just going to search here until I get like a super mega rancher. Like this one would be kind of good because with 6 husbandry, they would get plus 30% wrangle speed. We don't do that much, but the plus 60 groom effect duration is massive. We don't want that one though, because they cannot dig. And that's a no-no, and it's not strong enough. What I'd like to get is around a between 9 and 12 rancher. I'm just going to, okay. I need to pause and explain to you something. Skilled mechatronic engineering. This is a tier 3 skill. And if we pause out and come here, to be able to become a mechatronic engineer, you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level. And the mechatronic engineer is what you absolutely need to build some automation. Okay, so my 4th or 5th dupe will be a dupe that has the skilled mechatronic engineer. So if I look at this one would be a bad one. I would not use this one. Why? Because they can't, because they have decreased machinery. Like usually your mechatronic are operators, so you don't want that. Okay, so let's skip all of those and let's continue. Doctoring, building, cooking, farming, supplying, suit wearing. I'm just going to accelerate this a little bit. And okay, so I'm going to like fast forward this part because this is a waste of time that I don't want to be in the video. I'm just going to fast forward it and stop when I have my dupe, and I'm going to get back to you. Okay, I paused and I came back because I wanted to show you something. This is a dream dupe. Like this is one of the dupe that I love the most. Like this is such an incredibly powerful dupe. If I didn't need my rancher, I would be grabbing this one because this is a build dig. It's a 9 construction, 5 dig. Those are super high stat. Cannot get food poisoning. Decreased medicine. No one cares. They wouldn't be my doctor. Decreased husbandry. No one care. They wouldn't be my rancher. And bottomless stomach, which helped for this run. Oh God, my brain hurts. I'm so tempted of taking that dupe. Like it's crazy. And like one of the pet peeves for me in this game is that I had a good rancher before that had critter aversion. It's like, if you're going to be a rancher, you should not have a trait that says you hate doing that job. Like, it's so annoying. Anyway, so I'm not going to take him, but oh my God, I want him so bad. You have no idea. If it wasn't because of the achievement run, I would take that one and just move on. So now we're just going to go back to refreshing and cry. And I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. So I got so many ranchers that were also like critter aversion that I just kind of gave up. Or if they were 8 or 9 or 10, they had cannot dig, cannot do this, they cannot do that. So this rancher can cook or can dig, which is like, meh, okay. They're +7, but they're not really +7 because they're an animal lover. So they're +10. Okay. So this is going to be end up being a 10. Can't kill critters, don't care. Cannot do doctoring, Aaron, do not care. So this is going to be, that's a girl, so that's going to be Zoopet. Zoo for animal and pet because she's a girl and she's petting animals. Okay, so we're going to take that one and print her and immediately go into schedule, and we're going to put her on a different schedule. And she just started, so you know what? Let's go and let's put it. I want to keep Zoopet in this schedule though. The reason I want to keep her in this schedule is that I want her to be waking up with the beginning of the cycle. Okay, so I'm going to move Digger in that one, which means Digger is going to go on a break sooner, but it's going to be fine for now. And now if I go to skill, I'm going to take Zoopet, and the beauty is that these new dupe that you get, they come with a skill to begin with. So I can immediately put her into farming, and in 5,000 experience, she's going to become my real rancher. Why do I have this one? Well, as a backup, and because I want to start wrangling like the hatch as fast as possible. And even though that one has a less good husbandry skill, for the time being, they're going to be able to take care of that. So now I'm going to go here to priorities, and I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to say no one can ranch, no one can farm, and I'm going to put her into both high and optimal. I'm going to put in like this and like this. But I don't want the other ones to be doing any ranching or farming because it makes no sense. Okay? So we've got our new dupe, and we can just continue moving along. So right here, I'm going to start building a floor here. I'm going to dig this out. I'm going to dig this out. And oh, he got out. Darn it. Okay, so we're going to open this door, and we're going to hope that he goes back in. And so here, we're going to have to start putting up our first wrench. I'm just going to do these things first because I don't want to lose my room bonus. And I still have to work on my kitchen. Okay, so now, oh, this is scary. See, there's light. Like that little critter could wake up Digger. Please go back up. Don't come here. No. We might have to kill the shine nymph. If Digger... See? Digger got woken up. So now they're going to have unrested, too bright. So at this point, we're going to say, screw you. Go and kill it. Oh. No, we can cancel. Digger's finished sleeping. So if it impacts on someone else, we're going to kill it. For now, we're not going to. We're going to hope that it fixes things. Where's my research status? My research is still not completed. Let's close these things. And really right now, I need to start working on my wrench. So I'm going to start digging this place. So I'm going to put 2 doors like this. And if I come here to the room bonus, a wrench, where's the wrench? A stable is maximum 96 tile. So if I go like this, I'm going to pause. And I do this, I'm going to have 96 tile like this. But I make them 100 long. And I'm going to show you why, like, this is an important trick. And for now, I'm going to say, don't destroy those 2 oxalite. We still need the oxygen. Okay. So we're going to make this length. And we're going to have a problem here with the sand. So we're going to say, don't do that for now. And we're going to build a floor right here. And we're just going to let that go and quickly build that tile. Because right now, see, this is no longer... Oh, it's back to being a laboratory. Okay. Remember I said I would build the next one, so always have the next one ready for when the new dupe comes in. So this is just going to get dug, and it's going to be our first ranch, but we don't even have the research for it. So the moment this research is done, we're going to... oh no, we can't, because how much more before Brainiac upgrade? Not yet. So we're a bit in advance, which is a good thing. Being in advance is way better than being late. So let's just continue. You know what? I'm just going to give them some dig commands so that they can continue going up. And I'm going to keep an eye on that stupid shine bug, because if it goes back in our bedroom, I'm going to just pop him. They pop like a balloon and they don't give any meat. Okay, research done. Let's come back to research right here. So what I really would want to be researching right now is this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start the research on it to get the first 30. Okay, so my rancher is Brainiac is only going to be able to do the first part. Okay, but at least that's going to make things faster for the next part. Oh, we're done here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to want a floor right here. Okay, and you know what? Just give me a moment. I'm going to dig this right here, like so. I'm going to prioritize this because I don't want that wrench to be where my food's going to be. So just dig that. And I want to dig it at least too high, because then if I go here and I say dig that at priority of 9, it's going to dig it and the hatch is going to fall right here and is no longer going to be on this level that I don't want it to be. Okay, so this is still not finished growing and I want to start making food. So no, oxygen, no. We're going to have to do oxygen pretty soon. Refinement, that's the compost. You know what? Let's grab one of you and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's going to be 3, 3 with 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, a door, and this. Okay, so this is going to go there. I'm just planning for the future. So 1, 2. Outhouse, outhouse, space, outhouse, this, space, those two, and a space. Perfect. I'm going to explain the spacing later. I'm just making sure that I remember why I do think. I want this bathroom to be 60 tile large. You can go up to 64, but that's a bit of wasted space to me. So I like to go at 60 tile of space so that I can make it prettier in the future. Okay, so food-wise, so we've got our lamp, mess table, like all the good stuff. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Let's go back to food. So food here, we can build a new ration box, which we're going to want to build right here. And we're going to want a micro musher right here and an electric grill right here. Now, you're going to say, hey, you said you wanted to leave this 4 wide. I kind of do, but for my temporary kitchen and because there's a granite room here, this is something I'm only going to use in the beginning. So once I don't need that anymore, I'm going to deconstruct it and I'm going to remove this tile and then I'm going to have the space for my grill and this. But now I need to bring power like so, and I can bring power down like so, which we're going to also explain in a moment. Perfect. So all of that is set up. I'm going to need to dig those and like, let's prioritize this right. Oh, no. 6 is plenty enough. I don't need to make it 9. If you make it too high, like Brainiac could say, well, I'll stop researching because this is so important. You want me to do this now. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to go do that wall as fast as possible because see, there's carbon dioxide here, and we want to keep it trapped in here. Yeah, and there's still a way to go out. See? This way, it's still accessible. They can jump down 2 and jump back up 2. So now I'm going to say this is the ration box for all edibles, and I'm going to put it at a priority of 8. So now my dupes are going to just run around and go get all of the muckroot that we've uncovered and bring in it here. And all my muckroot, my nutrient bar, and my meal lice is going to be in here. Okay, so now we did not give them permission to eat the meal lice. So there's still the 600 kcal here that we're going to come right here and we're going to say make lice loaf forever. The reason we're going to say that is that once we've got 1200 kcal of meal lice, which means 2 plants worth of it, it's going to use a little bit of water and it's going to give us 1700. Still a bad food, but we're basically inventing 500 kcal. In the beginning, this is massively, massively important. So for now, we're just going to do that. and it's going to bring the meal ice, and I think it's going to put that, no, so they're going to put it there, but if I had asked for the build before, see, I think she took it, and she put it there. See, the meal ice is there, okay? Which is a good thing, because I think it doesn't decay when it's in here, whereas it decays in there. Okay, so this is going along well. I'm just checking around to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So now I'm going to want my eating area right here. So I'm going to continue digging this whole place up and also give access to this meal wood. Oh, body temperature too high. So even if I get to here, still not going to be making any food. Okay, I'll just go like this. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to need a floor here. You cannot access more than 4i. So if I want to build this floor not from above, I need to not be more than 4 high. So that's why I do this, and then I'll dig that one out. And same thing here. Like now I can dig up those, but I can't dig up here because I want to be able to build this. So we'll leave this for now. And what's the next thing that I want to check? So here we've got a lot of food also. Yeah. So we've got muckroot, muckroot, muckroot. We've got these mealwoods. Okay. So now I'm going to want some pneumatic door right here. Then we're going to want some tables. If I come here to furniture, we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables and a water cooler. Okay, we're also going to want some decoration. So if I come to furniture, we're going to put 2 hanging pots right here. Okay, so now all my build orders are done for this, and I'm going to put this just a bit higher than the rest because I want to get my kitchen as soon as possible. So if I look at research, see, we've done with this research. I forgot something. I'm going to research these 2 right here. Well, I basically want the jumbo battery because this small battery is just not cutting it. I'm also going to uproot this bluff briar because we're going to need it for decoration. Everything's going well here. And we're still good on oxygen. Let me check. Yeah, we're still good. But we're at the point where we're out of oxalite. So one thing that we're going to do is put a power cable right here. And we're going to go to oxygen. And we're going to create, we're going to build an oxygen diffuser. So the oxygen diffuser is going to be using algae to make oxygen. And in the beginning of the game, this is super good. Let's close this. Research completed. Yeah, that was the research that we finished right here. Oh! Now I can't build this because I made a stupid mess table. No! Sweep. 9. Go. Go. Oh, and muckroot too. Sweep. 9. I don't want the stupid hatch to eat my food. Go, 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 go. Go get the other piece. What a bad place to get a hatch. But we want as many hatches as possible, so I'm not going to complain. And now, technically, see, we should be able, if we had power, let's just do this. Please finish that. Thank you. We have power, so now, technically, they're going to bring the other meal lice. Oh, no one has permission to cook, though. Okay, so one thing at a time. We're going to come here, and we're going to put a briar seed, priority 7, in this one, plant. And then we're going to go copy setting, and do the same here. Then we're going to dig this algae because you can build diagonally. So I can go and give it a bit more priority like this. And I can open this door, and I can open this door. So this is planted, and this is going to get planted. And now, let's just stop, pause, and room overlay. This is now a great hall. A mess hall requires a mess table. We've got mess table. So it was a mess hall, which a +3 morale. Like, this is massive. But we achieved great all already because we have fancy decor item and a recreational building. This water cooler is the cheapest recreational building you can get. So I put that right here, which made it the requirement. And the 2 plants here bumped the requirement for the decor, the fancy decor item. And we're now getting a +6 morale bonus. So now every time someone's going to eat, they're going to get +6. Like, this is probably one of the most important room that you need to set up as soon as possible. If I look at my dupes right now, and I go look at their vitals, and I go look here, if you see this, they no longer have the New Hope. They've lost the New Hope. So this dupe, Digger, has only 2 morale. One because they're a duplicate, one because of the latrine, one because of the barrack. Those are the first 2 rooms that we made. One because of the 2-shift break. So they have 5, but they lose 1 because the meal is bad, and they lose 1 because the decor is bad. So they're technically... Oh, it's not +5, it's +4. So they're technically at 2. But the moment that they go eat in this room, they're going to be at +8. Because it's going to give us an extra +6. This is super important to not get, right here, high stress. Because when you get too high stress, well, the dupes, they start doing bad things. Okay, let's go to research because we still have to start the next piece of research. And the next piece of research, which is going to be super important, is going to be automation. So let's go and get at least... We're going to put both. Let's do the 30 research normal on this until our dupe gets the next... Oh, stop. Skill point. Brainiac earned a skill point. So if I come here and I choose Brainiac and I say advanced research, put the little hat, my friend, and let's just look. Brainiac's going to come over here and celebrate, and boom! Brand new hat. Okay? So they put the hat, the other one, I just didn't see them. No, see, Optimal still hasn't put the hat because they don't have access to it. So right now, we're going to come right here and switch the research back to wrenching because, like, this is the most urgent and important thing to get. Also, I'm going to extend this and I'm going to put a large battery because a small battery can accrue, what's the quantity of power that they get? I don't remember, and it doesn't say here. So one small battery lose 1 kilojoule per, okay, it can hold 10 kilojoule and it leaks 1 kilojoule per day. The jumbo battery can hold 4 times as much, but it loses twice as much. But it means that it's less efficient in losing of power, but it's better so that you don't have to always be recharging. Okay, I got a second shine bug, and I don't know where from. Okay, one thing that you might want to do once in a while... Oh, this one was not at 9 and was not at Disable Disinfect. I forgot. So you want to check. See, this one has 3 visit left. This one has 12. One scary thing is you never want both of those to be done at the same time. Oh, finally! We have oxygen generation. It's still not enough, but we have oxygen generation. The problem now is that my battery is dying quick. So my researcher will not be able to research quite as much. Okay? As you can imagine... Oh, you see? The mealwood here got harvested, so I'm just going to now dig this tile. Because I want my 4x4, and I want my light and duplicate sensor and whatnot. So let's just do this. And we got a seed. Okay? So... this is going to get closed. My next dupe is absolutely going to have to be a cook. And dig this. And these. And this too. These doors, we will leave closed. Oh, someone else got their skill. Who is it? Digger. This is amazing. Digger is going to get the hard digging skill and the hard digging hat. Which means, you see these ladder before we couldn't build them and we couldn't dig this, but now it says skill required dig, and we do have it. So now we can do this, and it's going to be able to Digger is going to be able to dig the same way that Digger can now dig over here. There's still things that Digger can't dig, like Abyssalite, because that needs extra hard, but now we're going to be able to go outside of our current base. I want to have access to this food, so I'm going to do this. Because there's muckroot here, and there's a millwood here, and there's a muckroot here, so I'm also going to dig that. I'm just issuing future command, knowing that they're going to be taken care of. So now Zupet is recharging the batteries and the oxygen diffuser is just continuing working. And I need to make sure that my air, like that I have the best shaft possible for oxygen to go somewhere. Did I not have a hatch here? I feel like I lost it. Oh, how did it come down here? I'm confused. Okay, doesn't matter for now. Okay, so why did I make this setup? So why did I make the setup like this? Basically, this is where I had the bucket of water. So oftentimes your first kitchen has to be improvised with the location of the water. And if you see, this is going to use water. Not this. This is using water and my research station are there and this uses water. So it's very close by. And I have my ration box here. Why here? So now this is what we need to talk about. We don't have a real piece of food yet. We're going to wait for our cook. So research, we've got this done. We need to get up here. So we're going to need the rock crusher. So let's click on this and get that research done ASAP. Then we can continue digging down this way. And I'm going to build that floor sooner rather than later because I don't want the sand to fall down when I get to that point. So while it's the middle of the day and I know that none of my dupe are going to go sleep, I'm just going to do that as a floor ASAP. Because if you remove the floor while they're sleeping, well, they fall out of their bed. Okay, so like I said, this is going well. Now that we have this compost pile right here, whenever there's like rotted food or polluted dirt, which is going to be taken out of the outhouse, we're going to put it in the compost bin to compost it. Okay, so that also has the advantage of exposing the map. Okay, what I'm going to do is, for later command, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start digging down this way, and this way, because I want to go and see as much as possible this way. And right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say, you know what, like this, and like this, which is going to expose some food here, and like this, which is going to expose some food here. And I'm going to go as far as I can also down this way. I'm also going to do that to expose the oxalite and to get access to this food too. I'm also going to have to come down here at some point. Maybe I can just do this. Yeah, that's going to give me access. But those are bristle blossom, and I'm not going to put a shine nymph in here, so I'm probably going to kill those plants. Okay, so this is grabbing food, and we have our next dupe. So, we forgot to start the research. We're going to start the research. The next research is going to be this. We need to get to incubators. So we're going to select that, which is also going to give us our park sign, which is also an important piece of morale bonus. So let's just have that research started. And we're going to come in here and we're going to search for a cook. Oh, God. Really? 8 cooking? Cannot do decorating. I don't care. Can do increased construction. Welcome aboard, Cookie. I've rarely ever had this level of chance. So let's just print them out and go to skill, choose Cookie, put him into grilling immediately. Oh, and optimal. Oh, optimal. Put him farming and give it the critter wrenching hat. So now everything is beautifully set. Okay, so now that we have a cook, we can come here and we're going to say gristleberry forever so that when we harvest a bristleberry here, it's going to come down here. We're also going to go into consumable. We're going to say do not eat bristleberry because a 16 kilocalorie of bristleberry is going to get transformed into a 2000 kilocalorie. And instead of being a -1 food, terrible is 0. So instead of being a 0 food, it's going to become a +1 food for +1 morale. So those are always important. Okay, so now I'm going to unpause the game. And this is something that annoys me. I hate these little red warning. Okay, this little red warning is here to say, hey, you don't have enough bristleberry. I can say suppress current. By doing that, it means that I will never have the little warning or missing bristleberries anymore. To me, that's super important. Like, I cannot stress how important that part is to me. That's why oh, and we're cleaning the toilet for the first time. But see, this one still has 11 visit. So the toilet usage is pretty good. Now, this dupe, this takes so long to do, is just cleaning the toilet. And I kind of hate that it has this little icon over OC. It's going to be close to the end. And once it's ended, it's going to pop out. Something popped out right here. It popped out polluted dirt. And this outhouse is out of order because it needs some dirt right now. See? Awaiting delivery dirt. But that polluted dirt is germy. Okay? It has about 1 million food poisoning germ. So we need to put that in the compost bin as soon as possible. If we bump this priority a little bit. And let's open that door. So we put a door here so that we wouldn't lose the latrine bonus. But see, no one's putting the polluted dirt in here. And no one's cooking food. Oh, that was dumb. I need to come here. I need to say, your only main priority is cooking. Cook, cook, cook. Always. I'm not even putting the toggling and life support higher on that dupe. I'm going to put Digger to insta-kill. So I don't even want them to be doing anything else. Like, I'm going to lower everything else. Oh. Like this. So they really should be only working on cooking. Okay. This is good. In preparation, I'm going to start digging this also. We're going to need that space. And you know what? This battery is empty. Deconstruct 9. You don't want to lose power, but now that it's empty, I just want someone to come and deconstruct it quickly before it starts charging again. And we're going to replace it with a jumbo battery for sure. Okay. Which means we can also put a second manual generator right here, so that we can do this as fast as possible. You know what? Let's do that. Now that we've taken this mealwood away again, I'm going to replace this mealwood. I'm going to put 2 doors, and I'm going to put the pinwheel right here. Which I can build over the plant because I have the build over plant tile thing, which is amazing. Oh, same thing here. We're going to go suppress current, so I will never have a notification of missing life loaf. But technically, have we made our first lice loaf? Yes. So if you see up here, we have 3,400 kcal of lice loaf. So if I come in my ration box, I can see the lice loaf and I can click on it. This life loaf is unrefrigerated. So because it's above 4 degrees, it spoils faster. So freshness is 99%. And as you can see, the total change per cycle is going to be minus 9% because it's unrefrigerated. And it's a sterile atmosphere, so it's 0. The reason it's a sterile atmosphere is because I let carbon dioxide come down here, which is why you make a little pocket like this. So the annoyance is that every time your dupe comes here, they need to jump down and jump back up, which slows them down a little bit. But usually if they come down here, it's to grab food or water. And then they grab food and they climb back up and they use that food, which is going to stay better longer. So right now, if I go back to the ration box, this life loaf is going to be dead in 10 cycles. No, 11 cycles. Because we've got the sterile atmosphere. If it was not in a sterile atmosphere, it would die 10% faster. So it'd die in 5 cycles. Right now, we have so little food that it's going to get eaten. And it's going to be preferred because dupes eat from here to there. So dupes are going to be like, we don't have any of these. We don't have... Oh, we have lice loaf. Do that. I don't have lice loaf. Do that. Oh, I don't have that. Then take muckroot. So they go down in preference. So that's always good. Okay, we have the room here that we've been prepping. So we're now going to make this our first ranching room. And I'm going to take the time to explain this to you. The max size of a ranch room is 96. Like this. So it's too big. Well, it's not. Sorry. Let's put a door here and a door here. So basically, This is the ultimate best setup for wrench room that I've ever seen. I think it's John Francis that showed me this method, or Legit 2 City. I'm not sure which of the two YouTuber, but basically, I'm going to go to my building right here. I'm going to say, I want a grooming station right by the door. The grooming station is where the wrencher is going to go and call a little critter and pet the critter to groom it. Okay. Then the critter needs to eat. If I go in food, it needs critter feeder. I don't want to be filling the critter feeder all the time. So 2 loads more food, but it's also that I can put different food. Then I need a critter drop off. This is how you tell your dupe, bring the critter here. But then let's say that my critter is down here, okay? And my wrencher comes in and say, come over here so I can pet you. Then you go 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, and finally it's wrenching, it's grooming the critter. So you don't want the critters to go all over the place. And critters can jump too high. So the favorite setup I found is I used to do this and put a tile right here. So the critter could not jump. But then the room was 97. And I needed to then put another block somewhere. And then I saw someone just do this. So like this, you still have the too high here for whatever you need to build later. But this is going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. So this room's going to be back to 96. And all of our critter are going to be concentrated on this one spot. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is make sure that this floor is not made out of any tiles that can be, that I will need to dig at some point. Because if they are, then, and you dig it, the hatch is going to fall. So now I'm just going to go and make this room a priority because I want it finished as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, we also have a rock crusher that I'm going to come and put right at the end here. And I'm going to connect it. Okay, so right now we have 5 dupes, 5 bed, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mess table. If I dig up those plant, I could have an extra one here. Or what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to start digging down. And I'm going to have my room over 2 level. I need to come down here anyway because I want to have access to these plants. Okay, so I'm going to start digging down that way right here. And this is more long-term stuff, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's stop. If this was not dug, it's going to get dug, but it's going to say that this is now a stable. And it's 95 tiles because we didn't dig that one. And once this is dug and those 2 are done, it's going to be 96. Now, the critters have moved. So let's first come here and say, I want some critters in here. I want some hatch and hatchling. And I want a maximum of 8. Okay. Then I want to set up the food. In this one, I'm going to set up sedimentary rock. But we have none yet. Like sedimentary rock. Is there some here? No. Yes. Right here. See, that's no. Igneous. So these are the first piece of sedimentary rock over here. So we're not going to go get those soon. Where else is there? I do not see any other sedimentary rock. No, not here. Well, there's 2 little bits here, but that doesn't matter. There's a little bit over here. So it's not something we're going to be able to use for right now. But we need some other type of food. So in the second one, if I go to hatch again, I don't want them to eat my dirt or bristleberry or whatnot. So I'm going, or sand. So I'm going to say eat sandstone. Sandstone, like it's plentiful. There's so many all over the map right now. It's really, you don't care. I'm just going to put sandstone in here. Okay, so now we have a critter drop-off that I'm going to put at the max priority and a grooming station that I'm going to put at almost the max priority, which means my ranchers should try to bring more critters in here first and then groom them second. Now that we have a place to put them, we're just going to go and say wrangle, priority 9, and we're going to go and do this on the map. Okay, We're going to cancel on the Shine Nymph because we don't want to wrangle those. But with this all over the map, because now we can see where are our hatches. There's one right here, and there's two right here. So we've got 3 hatches available right now. So my Rancher dupe, which is now filling the feeder. Let's just make the priorities right. So up the mole has wrenching. Oh, I'm going to put wrenching. It has his highest task for now because Zupet cannot do these tasks yet. Okay. So, oh, cancel this one too. So technically, as Zupet, she can't do it. You buddy, screw that. I don't want you to op. I want you to go and wrangle. So I'm moving him here and hoping that his priority is going to change. Yes, it changed. Going to wrangle. There's a wrangle shine bunch somewhere. Yeah, remove that also. Okay. So then he's going to go and wrangle the other 2 down here. I don't know why it says... Oh, there's a hatch burrowed here. So he's going to grab these hatch and he's going to bring them into this beautiful room. And 1. See, immediately it hates something. So where's the header? Oh. Wrangle 9. How did it unwrangle itself? I don't understand what happened. Okay. Oh, you see it being grouped. Darn it, I missed it. Okay, so Optimal went in here, called the animal, and wrenched him and groomed him. So now, if you look at that animal, it's 62 years old. That's old. And the wildness is at 100, but because it's been groomed, it's going to go down by 55 per cycle. Okay? And because it's wild, it's going up 5 per cycle. So right now it's fighting its grooming nest. But in 2 cycle, it should be groomed, and then we'll get some egg stats. And 62 years old will still give us plenty of eggs. Okay? So now the rancher's going to go and hopefully... No, he's taking a break. You lazy bum. So I want to start wrenching these creatures as fast as possible. Like this is really... It is really important. This is what the whole achievement is about. Great, so this one's on cover, so he should now be wrenchable. And come on. This is missing water. Someone's going to bring it water. It doesn't matter. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, you're sleeping. But right now, we're really just concentrating on those 2 hatches. And then we're going to go on a tear the map bender. Okay, we're going to go and explore as far as we can everywhere. Oh, that's why they're not going up here. Let's put a little ladder right here and dig so they can go up diagonally. So basically, the reason we want to dig as much as possible is that we want muckroot from everywhere we can, and we want hatches. If we can find 10 more hatches, that's going to make the achievement go faster. So now I paused because first off, research is completed. Nope, not really. And because we've got an achievement. So what's our second achievement? Outdoor renovation. Construct a building outside of the initial starting biome. These. So the initial starting biome is just like this bubble right here. And this was probably just outside of it. So that's how we got this achievement. Ooh, I'm here. Depress current. Like I said, I don't like having these notifications. So that's all good. Let's just continue. Now, this hatch should be brought. Like, I don't know what you're doing. This is an optimization problem. You wrangled this hatch, take it and bring it there. Then he wrangled and wrangled, and instead of taking that one, he went all the way up to take that one. It's like, these are some of the small optimization that I'm hoping Klei will make at some point. So now we're going to have 3 hatches, and we're going to start grooming them. Hopefully, and I can show you. Oh, right here. Calling, see, jumped immediately on because it was close by. So it gets super groomed, and then same thing, goes back on. And if I go over here, the groom duration is going to be 1.2 cycle. Now, this is why you need a better groomer, okay? So if I go into Vitals, and I go look at Zupet. Zupet, if they were grooming, they were the person grooming. I come down here to husbandry, it would have a 100% groom effect duration, which means that once one of these is groomed, it would stay groomed for 2 whole cycle, right? Because if I come up here, this one is being groomed, so it's not this one. This one's groomed, and it's time remaining 0.8 cycle, because if I go to optimal and I look at the grooming, optimal, okay, if I look at their skill, they have +2 in husbandry, so 20%. So 1.2 cycle instead of 1 cycle. Well, that makes a lot of difference when we have tons of critters. Okay, so we finally have our first hatch wrench set up, and we're starting to wrench these, but now we need to find more hatch. Let me just close these things. What are they? Don't care, don't care. Oh, park sign important. We'll get back to that. Don't care and don't care. Okay, now that we have the park sign, we can do something interesting. I'm going to deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. I'm going to put a block right here and deconstruct this. And then double door. And you know what? Let me deconstruct this and do this. And we'll put double doors here and here. Let's just kind of try and prioritize that. And right here, I don't like where this is located for now, but like there are things like that that until we have time to improve our base, we're gonna have to live with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's keep it here for now. And let's just, this is one more level. So this is 1 hatch, 2 hatch, 3 hatch, 4 hatch. And then we're going to go dig this and remove this, deconstruct. Then we can go, this is more rush. This is a bit less rush. And this is a bit more rushed. Okay, so let's get to the plan. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I'm going to remove that door. I wanted it here to capture the shine bug in here, but it's going to be fine for now. We're going to put a second door right here. Are you going to be able to get out of there? Now I'm concerned. I think they're going to be... Yeah, see, they can walk on the second door. The door mechanic is kind of weird in here. We're going to put that door right here and that door right there. Okay. And I don't want these doors to be an impediment to my dupe. So once these are built, I'm going to set it to open. These I can. If this was open, then the hatch would go out. You can't have these doors open. And when the dupe walks out, they never walk through because that's kind of a rule established by the game. Okay, so now let's grab a park sign and let me show you another very important trick for morale. If I grab a park sign and I put it right here, okay, we're going to establish a new room. So this can be open. This can also be open, and this can also be open. Okay, so now that we have a park sign, if I look at the room, this is now a nature reserve. A nature reserve, so there are 2 types. There's a park, which requires 2 wild plants and a park sign and gives a moral bonus of +3, or nature reserve, which gives you a moral of +6. Okay, so I used to make my base so that I would keep a natural tile here, and a natural tile here, and a natural tile here, and do this 6 high, and at some point get some pip and plant some plant. And it was just so annoying because you had to be careful. And then you were on a map where this was sand. So that's why I have this here build natural tile. Like I can grab dirt and say, put a dirt tile right here, which would make a tile like this. That's why I have that mod. We don't need it now, so let's just keep it like that. But what I want you to notice is that my dupes sleep here. It means that every day, once they finish sleeping, they come into the main corridor. And by going through the main corridor, they get this +6 bonus. So now, if I come here, look at my dupe's moral. Brainiac is at +18. they get +6 from the Great Hall, +6 from the Nature Reserve, +1 duplicate, +1 latrine, +1 2-shift break, +1 barrack. And then, see, the last cycle's decor is mediocre, gave them +1. I'm surprised at that. It should be -1. And they have +1 because they've learned research, which is a skill that they want. So now they need a moral of 1, and they've got a moral of 18. That is so powerful that when you're playing this game, you have to think in those terms. Now, let's go for the fire pole as the next thing, unless there's something more important. Yes. More important. We need automation. So let's go down the automation rabbit hole. Okay, so now we have hatch, but we don't have eggs. Okay, so is there one hatch that's 79%, 80%? Oh, I dislike this. Now, let's see. The hatch are one on top of the other. I can't see them separately. So see this one, wellness 58%. Okay, so we don't have any hatch egg, and so it's not as urgent, but we're going to have to start looking into hatching eggs. So while we're waiting for this, we're going to come right here, and like I said, we're going to come into a digging spree. We're going to dig like crazy. So you know what? Let's just do this. Okay, let's just do this. Let's dig right here. Okay, and this here. So, okay, so I want to dig because I want to bring the floor down. Like I just want this whole place to be empty. I'm gonna dig 3 high, and I've broken my room. Okay, so once this is done, first priority is going to be putting back 2 tiles over here. Okay, so I need to do this because this, see, it's no longer a nature reserve because it's more than 120 tiles. And this closed it, and oh, it was at 121. This closed back, so now we're back to being good, which means we're going to be able to dig these and put that over here. Okay, so I'm basically prepping this right here because what I want to do is I want to have 1 hatching room, 2 hatching room, 3 hatching room, 4 hatching room. To do this achievement, I've done a lot of calculation, and this is the easiest, most guaranteed way of getting the achievement. Okay, it's basically just that. You make 4 hatch ranch, and you fill them completely, and the moment they're completely filled, you start killing critters for meat. Before that, you try to never kill any critters. Okay, and also we're going to drop all of this down, which means hopefully like we're going to have to destroy these because right now these hatch can eat that dirt. I don't want them to. We're going to start cleaning up the place, but only when it's important. Right now, like I said, we're on a map exploration mission. Ooh, we found a natural gas geyser. That's would be very interesting if we were allowed to use that power. Okay, so what else? This is not important. Down here, we still haven't revealed anything that's really interesting. My biggest concern right now is finding our sources of waters. And oh, look at this. Beautiful. Sometimes you have to destroy these POI, point of interest, because they're in the way of your ladder. But this one I might be able to keep. Might end up destroying it anyway, but for now, I might end up keeping it. Okay, so this is all dug up, and these bristle blossom are never going to grow, so I'm just going to go like this and dig this also, and I'm going to start making a roof. So this high, 1 space. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 space. 1. Let's just do it like this for now. Okay. That's why it was a bad idea, because see, I'm wasting time. If they dug up the tile, they would have dug up the plant at the same time. I wasted a little bit of time there. Oh, no. Okay, so I need to prioritize this because now Zupet is stuck. She cannot get out. And is going to run out of breath because see that little bar? When it reached 0, she's going to die because she hasn't taken oxygen. Oh, and we've got another hatch. So the moment we find hatch, we just go and say collect. Okay. Next dupe. Oh, so many things. Let's go back to research. So we've got... This research is less urgent. I just forgot. Let's just do this first. I want to get the airflow tile to be able to build my things properly. We're now at the next dupe. This is the next dupe. This next dupe is going to be a bit complicated because this next dupe, I want to get a... I want two things, okay? I either want a build dig. The build dig are the most important dupe for me. So by getting a build dig dupe, it means that they're going to dig faster, they're going to build faster, and they're going to have a heart. So I'm going to be able to get these two full track for 1, so for 0, 1, 2, 3, instead of 5 and 10. And morale is important. And I'm also going to want to give them supplying. So there are two types of dupe that I want right now. I want build dig dupes, and I want upsup dupe. Upsup or operators that also supplies the machine. These are basically the two dupes that are the most important. The build dig are the ones that are going to be running all over your base, everywhere, building and digging. And you're going to be doing that on 9 asteroids. So you want to get 2 to 4 build dig dupe. And the upsup, you want to get like 8 maybe? Because you're going to be operating so many machines, supplying so many things. We have our cook. I don't think we're going to need a second one. We have a researcher. We're not going to need another one. And we've got a rancher. Ideally, you might want 2 rancher, but for the kind of run I'm doing, 1 is going to potentially be enough. If I find a great one, I might take another one, but I already have this gopher that can be like a fallback. Okay? So now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to be searching for a good build dig or a good upsup or a mechatronic engineer. If the mechatronic engineer comes with something interesting, I'll just take that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end this episode here, and I'm going to cycle through this until I get the one dupe that I want, and I'm going to select him, and I'm going to present him to you in the next episode. So just because it's something that's a waste of time anyway. And episode 3, so episode 2 was like exploring my biome, finding stuff, and like digging a little bit. Episode 3 is all going to be about wrenching and setting up for the locavore achievement. Okay, so it's going to be mainly concentrated around that. We're going to make our first incubators and stuff like that. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.